Now we're moving into the New Testament. We did the Old Testament there in the British Museum. We've now moved into the New Testament, and the questions that are asked here are different than what were asked down there. We're going into a whole new different genre. We're going into a whole different set of challenges. No one's asking whether or not there were any manuscripts, or whether or not Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John wrote what they wrote. That's not really the question here. Like the Old Testament, most of the questions there were, did these books even exist? That's not in question here, because we're only talking about 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, that's pretty recent. You can look and you can find material that's that early. The Dead Sea Scrolls, which they don't have any examples of here in the British Library, they go back to the 2nd century BC. And we have the entire Isaiah scroll in the Dead Sea Scrolls. The questions they're asking are this: why were those 27 books chosen? Who chose them? What was the criteria they were chosen? Why weren't other books, like Dan Brown suggests, like the Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Judas, the Gospel of Barnabas? They were all supposedly written in the same time period. Why were they thrown out and not included in the list of 27? What's more, how do we know that any of these people wrote what they wrote? Do we know that they were the authors? And do we have the manuscripts, the earliest manuscripts? Do we have any original manuscripts of any of these? And what manuscripts